Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Disney Trip Tips. Here with your host, Sandi Alexander, and her lovely husband, Michael.
Hi, everybody. My goodness,
Well,
I didn't know your voice changed.
That's right. You were still working on your show prep.
Yes.
We're actually in the show, people.
Yes. This is going to be Michael's show.
Is it my show?
Yes, it's your show. I do want to remind everyone that this Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern, be sure to join Jeff and Nicole for their annual Christmas in July special.
It's wrong.
And that's on Sorcerer Radio.
It's very wrong.
It's okay. Wait. Now, hear me out. I always say, wait a minute. June, July,
exactly.
August, September, October.
Christmas in June.
November.
If we're going to split this year
right.
evenly.
Okay, yeah. See.
No, I've said that.
You've
stolen this opinion.
No, but that's what I think of. You should be June, July, August, September, October, November. Or November is 6 months. But anyway, it should be June.
Anyway,
not July.
I'm sure
but
they're
anyway,
gonna have lots of
yes,
fun,
they're going to have lots of fun. It's going to be a wonderful
somehow
show.
Become the traditional half-year Christmas celebration for people who can't do math.
Yeah, I guess that's me. All right. So again, our wonderful Jeff and Nicole, DW60 on Sorcerer Radio. Don't forget, 8 a.m. this Friday Eastern.
They have a 60-minute show?
No. CW60. Oh, well, yeah, DW60. Yes, they did. We did have a 60-minute show.
Why don't we have a 60-minute show still?
I don't know. I'll have to ask why we don't have
60 minutes.
I know you can. Believe me.
We can have more interaction. We could actually,
All right. Well, I will talk to Sorcerer and get us back to 60.
Let's get back to 60.
Okay. Again, it's this Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern with Jeff and Nicole, their annual Christmas in July special on DW60. And that's on Sorcerer Radio.
Way to go, Jeff and Nicole.
Okay. Before we do get into the show even more, I did post some things at the Disney Trip Tips Facebook page. Let me say some comments. I posted a really neat video where it's Jack Rather, who was the original owner of the Disneyland Hotel. You know, he and Walt were good friends and, wanted to build this, well, what is now, I guess, an iconic hotel outside of Disneyland. And there's footage now that someone posted from 1959 showing the Rather family as they are taking the tram into Disneyland and experiencing all the fun and attractions. And it's posted at my Disney Trip Tips Facebook page. It's Disneyland Hotel, the early years. Check it out because
sweet Astro Orbiter.
Oh, it's
there.
really great.
Yeah.
It's really great when you look at this video. Also, again, we were talking about Christmas on Sorcerer Radio. From the Daily Mail, I did post Disney World's line skipping trick explained and the pitfalls to avoid. So it's a pretty interesting article if you want to read it all.
Okay, what did you get from it?
We're
here to give tips. Well, no, we don't care if we steal them.
I got to look back now.
That's right.
I have to look back.
Let's go ahead and steal their tips.
Okay. Well, no.
Here's how you skip the lines.
Well,
first, you create a diversion.
Okay. Yeah, that's one way.
Tell your kid to go pretend that they've lost their favorite toy.
Yeah.
Near the person tending the line.
Michael, I don't condone this.
This is the way you got to do it.
I do not condone this, Michael.
When you have the fast pass and whoever's guarding the fast pass, you need to have a cute kid stub their toe.
Okay.
Or pretend to, obviously.
Apparently, I don't have the story. I lost the story.
All right. Then you sneak past. And
okay.
Then you say, well, what about my kid? And then you bring the kid in.
Oh, well, that's one way. That's one way.
Happy.
Everybody's happy and it's all well and good. Okay, I cannot find the story. I have no idea what I've done on my telephone where I can't find the story. But you can find it, again, Disney Trip Tips Facebook page. Check out that article. And then also another article about Disney spent a fortune ditching racist Splash Mountain for woke flop. A lot of people are saying they're not very happy with it. Yeah. They expected, I think, a little bit more.
It wasn't open the day we were there.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I mean, it was supposed to be, but it was in maintenance. So we were in the soft opening period, right?
Yeah, but we did that with Moana.
No.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about.
Tiana,
right.
The Bayou Adventure, yeah. But it was not open, as you said. Right. But there was a mechanical. That's what it was. It was mechanical down. So because I was like, I couldn't for a minute remember.
They were expecting, I think, huge crowds because they had signs basically saying, if you don't need to use the restroom, don't go back here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it was going to be so
And
crazy and
we were
everything.
going to the train, and everybody's like looking at us sideways. You're not trying to get on that Tiana's ride, are you?
Yeah.
And we're like, no, of course
No,
not. We're just going to the railroad.
We walked right by.
And the railroads, boy, are they're strict about where you sit anymore.
That is true. Remember, you were like, let's go behind the engine. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to smell all that stuff.
Yeah, but you weren't allowed to
But
anyway.
You weren't allowed.
From the back to the front.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. Okay. All right. Well,
So we were in the back.
You are forced to sit with people you don't know.
But it was
and that's
lovely.
okay too, because they're usually happy people.
We did talk to those people that were on the train. Remember, they were visiting.
Were from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yes,
They were so excited,
Yeah.
the little boys and everything that were there. So, and they were tired, like
And they were-
everybody was, because
and
it was
one of them-
hot
one
and
of them,
very humid.
Was from the Lancaster area and was aware of where the trains were from.
Oh, Lancaster, PA.
That's right.
Yes,
I
Lancaster,
said
PA.
Lancaster.
It's Lancaster.
I said
it's
it
not
the way-
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
It's Lancaster.
I know.
So, yeah, that's
You're being
where
offended for people you aren't.
that's where Thomas the Tank Engine goes up in outside of Lancaster. It's Spartanburg.
No,
What?
it starts with an S though.
Stroudsburg.
Stroudsburg, right.
That's it. Stroudsburg, PA. So if you ever are in those neck of the woods and you want to go see Thomas the Tank
We had a lovely
Engine,
time.
that's
We did
where
that,
he is.
We did that for one of your cousin's weddings.
Yes.
And we took the kids and it was like, 20-mile round trip maybe?
Yeah, it was
maybe
nice.
15 miles round trip. Either way, it had a nice sitting car with just regular old chairs.
Oh, fancy schmancy.
Well, I mean, but like
You know,
office
velvet,
chairs. Velvet, but they weren't bolted down or anything. They
No,
were just
no.
normal chairs. And
But we also-
we were in the drink car, which
Yeah.
was pleasant. I
Yes,
found.
very pleasant.
The adult drink car.
And we were. It's towards the back of the train too,
But-
and it was really neat because when we were there, it was like in the middle of August, and the cornfields. I was so taken with all that. I've never seen so much corn. I mean, just the fields, just that verdant green. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so the point of it is that those trains and the Disney World trains have a lot in common. They're from the same manufacturers around the same time.
Yeah, the gentleman told us
a lot
that.
of them
Yeah.
were built up to like 1925.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a couple that are under 100 years old. Well, they're all about to be 100 years old, I guess.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah, and
There's some 30s, but I mean, coal was going out of fashion quickly.
yeah.
at
But
that
they still
point.
use coal for the one in Stroudsburg.
Yes.
That's still a steam engine train that is running. And then there's also a huge locomotive in the Franklin Institute, if you're up in Philadelphia. And that train moves, about a foot? It goes forwards and it goes backwards in this wonderful museum. Okay.
Wait, hold on. What did you tell them about last week since I wasn't here?
I told them about that you surprised me.
Oh.
Our wonderful surprise for the 30th anniversary of our first date, which I said Michael always remembers. And I always say, I'm going to get him. And I think I only got you one time.
Never with a first date, though.
Never with the first date. No.
Or you do like something weird, like 26 or something.
Yeah,
Like,
but it
who
was
does
wonderful.
The sixes?
Yeah,
You
but
got to do the fives and the aughts.
Yeah,
I say.
that's true. But Michael did surprise me. I told everyone with flowers, and then we went to
You
go
got
see
it
the
pretty quickly.
Cirque
I
du
must
Soleil.
say that when I came in and I had the dog and I had the flowers in the card, once you start, you were like, "What's going on?" And then once you opened the card, you got it way faster than you did when I did it for the 20th.
Yeah.
For the 20th, you were clueless. Like,
So we were in California.
We were in Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
We were at a restaurant on the water in Long Beach, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I got you some nice earrings and the thing. And everybody, when I handed her the earring case, everybody thought I was proposing to her, which, okay, I had done that 20 years before. But
Michael doesn't believe in renewing vows.
why should I? I'm so darn romantic. I remember our
Yes,
first date.
You are. You are, Michael. You're very romantic.
So anyway, that's the first time you had no clue. It took you like 5 minutes to figure out what I was, because I was like, what is it? What is today? What is it? What is the anniversary?
You kept giving me clues, and I
what
couldn't
did we do
get it.
20 years ago today.
I know. Right
And
over my head.
But it sunk in, because at 30 you were like, you had the card halfway open. You're like, first date.
Oh my God. I know. But it's like, It was too hot. That's my excuse.
It was too hot.
It was too hot.
It wasn't too hot for me.
I couldn't remember. No, you are hot, honey. And it was wonderful.
And so you talked about Drawn to Life.
Yes, we did see that Cirque du
Morimoto,
Soleil show.
Which, the Disney top tip for Morimoto's is just get the appetizers. There's really no reason to get a entree there. And no offense to Morimoto and their entrees, which I'm sure are fabulous, but we've done it 4 or 5 times, and the couple times we did entrees were not as fun as when we just got a bunch of picks to share. Mm-hmm. Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. We got the
Wagyu sliders are fantastic.
Yep.
The
lettuce wraps.
The shrimp. They call it popcorn shrimp, but it's the best popcorn shrimp on the planet. It's not even close.
It's not the frozen stuff.
It's not the frozen stuff, right? It is. It's got this wonderful glazed tempura, honey kind of almond walnut glaze, and it's just so good. You can't have one. We also got the cauliflower. It was kind of spicy compared to everything else we were getting, but if you are getting an entree, it's a perfectly good side. I would get that.
Yeah, but we also got the lettuce wraps, which were delicious,
and
the dumplings.
Yep.
And again, these are not your dumplings you buy in the frozen section.
No.
These were
oh my gosh,
stickers. They were just
so
tender.
Dumplings.
Yeah. Very good.
So yeah, that would be my recommendation. And then you can do that without having a reservation, because a lot of times, the first time we ever went there, we just went to the bar, and we went to the bar while we were waiting for a seat, and then we said, no, we'll just stay here.
Yeah.
and keep eating these delicious finger foods.
Yeah.
And you can make a meal of it in no time. You'd be surprised how quickly.
Yeah, and it is a lovely place to eat. I mean, they have an upstairs and a downstairs, but as Michael said, if you really do want an entree like the duck and whatever else that was in there,
still good, yeah,
still good. But we just find doing the appetizers, it's more than enough, even if you have a group.
It's Disney World, and you're always eating late. You just are. You're just always eating at 7:30 or 8:30, somewhere in there, right? Because you can't get the time you want when you go to make a reservation. So that's my top tip. And you also told them about your single adventure to the store.
Yes, I told them about the Forever Vintage and
which
Surplus.
You, as I recall, described as pricey, but unique.
I did. I told them very pricey, but it is unique.
I am shocked
I
think you didn't come back.
Yeah,
with a Wilderness lamp.
He said to me,
why wouldn't you have?
Why didn't you buy something? And I was like, well, no, I didn't want to, because I do. I mean, and this is not dissing them. I mean, it's really interesting what they have in there, but I just thought they were a little overpriced. But see, they purchased some of these items, but they also work with buyers, people that collectors, and the collectors have to make their money, and the store, because they're holding it for them, also have to make their money. So it was a little bit expensive. So all
right,
but check it out again.
We on to my stuff?
Yes, on to your stuff.
Okay, so first I'm going to do the news. This is hot from the presses, if you can hear it. All this week I've been hearing about the Country Bear Liver Lips, who got canceled because he's offensive to alcoholics, and I don't care.
I don't care either. I don't even remember this character.
Does anybody care? Like, does anybody, other than if you worked there, do you remember any of the names of any of the Country Bear Jamborees?
Well, I guess if you work there all the time,
when you get back in there, you're like, oh yeah, I remember this one, and I remember, oh, this one had this nice bit. But are you memorizing them? Are you offended that a bear isn't working that day?
And I'm going to be honest with you, I've never heard of that expression.
Liver lips.
Liver lips.
Yeah,
and I'm seriously mean that.
It's a really old-timey expression, apparently.
Yeah, it's an old-timey expression. The character did have that look, but I never would have thought of calling it liver lips.
If you're in a jug band, what are the jugs for? They're for alcohol. You put your moonshine in a jug.
That's right. See, I didn't pay attention when we went in there.
And then when you're playing the jug, you're playing your old empty alcohol container. Right, exactly. So... all right, and as long as there are no jugs, I guess. Let's not, and I don't mean that the other way.
Are they even allowed? Oh, it's funny, Michael. Are they even allowed to use those items with the animatronics anymore?
No,
I mean, are they allowed? Is that offensive to someone? That was a whole culture, Appalachian culture.
I think everybody with the maybe 95% of all Disney World goers use the Country Bear Jamboree to get out of the heat while you're waiting for a restaurant seat to open, or you're waiting for your Big Thunder Mountain Railroad fast pass time. Well, you know what I mean, lightning lane time.
Or to get hot chocolate during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Because
No, that's not
remember
there.
we had
That's
hot
not
chocolate
there.
and cake.
That's
Yes,
not there.
we walked
No,
in there and
it's in
they
the
were
bar-
coming.
It's in the restaurant next door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was right. Darn it, I hate that. Oh, they got us to sit inside. They got us to sit inside over there because they had an
I don't
overflow.
remember. And then there was also the other thing I remember about Country Bear Jamboree is that there are cues in backward lettering in the back of the theater in a red lamp, right? There's this red LED lamp that keeps going off and it's written backwards, so you can't really read it. And I'm wondering, who is that for?
Maybe it's a timing thing for the
I've pointed it out
performers.
to you before, performers. There are no performers at Santa Matrona.
Oh, that's right. It is. Oh, my God. I'm thinking people getting up there. Oh, God, Sandy, wake up.
That's why it was freaking me out. Like, what is that thing for? Who's saying that? All right. Anyway. All right. So that's the big news. That has been everywhere, and I'm not sure why anybody's offended or cares. There you go.
Well, I'm not offended. I will sleep well tonight.
All right. And so if you're like a middle of the person lever, let's go to a really good one here.
Oh, what's this one now?
This is from Wine Magazine.
Really?
Food and
Look
Wine
at
Magazine.
this.
5 Disney World activities for grown-ups.
You have my attention.
Exactly. Now, as one would expect, a few of these are at Disney Springs, where grown-ups are treated a little more equally.
Yeah, that's one of the stores, by the way, the picture in the background.
That's where you go. Okay, so the first one is learn to taste wine with a master sommelier. That sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So this is at Wine Bar George. You can take a 90-minute class with George. How do you say his name?
Let me see. It's probably no.
Miliotis.
It's probably
George Miliotis.
Well, it's probably Georges Miliotet.
Okay, very good. But it's $110 for 90 minutes. That is a great deal.
Classes are on select days. The class includes a blind tasting of 6 hand-selected wines that can range from $15 to $300 a bottle.
Maybe you'll impress George. Maybe my nose. Oh, I can put my nose
Bet you'd
to
be
the
good.
test.
You'd be
I
good.
can put my nose to the test. I don't care if I'm good. I just want to see what George can teach me, right?
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. And that's at Wine Bar George. Oh, I got to
Disney
repost
Springs.
that.
Absolutely check that out.
Okay.
And then again at Disney Springs, you can
yes.
do a cake decorating class at Amarette's Patisserie.
Patisserie. Amarette's Patisserie. That's
so
how
you can
say
make, Mickey cakes, and you can also make all the stuff that you buy at that Gideon's place, right?
Oh, I guess so. But it says over here that you can sip on coffee or tea, and when the class is over, take your dome. Oh, I'm definitely doing this. Dome
cool.
cake home. Go up. Let's see how much that is.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't say how much it is, does it? Oh, there it is. There it is.
$200 for 2 people.
Oh, for 2 people.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Me and Maria.
Yep.
I'm my friend down in there. Okay.
And I expect to see some cupcake lollipops by the time you're done.
I would really like to do that. Now, I think I told everybody last week that I did buy myself a caramel with nut apple.
Yeah.
From the confectionery at the end of Main Street as you leave the MK, and I thoroughly enjoyed that apple. It was so good, but I was tempted to buy something else, but I'm not a big marshmallow person, and I'm like, well, I don't want to buy it and not eat it or waste it. Because remember, we used to do that. We used to get a cookie, and I used to save the cookie in the freezer until we went back to Disney. And every year I did that for like 5-6 years. So
glad we're not doing that anymore.
I'm glad we don't either. Okay.
wasn't a big fan of that one. Okay, Sangria University at Coronado Springs Resort.
Nice.
Every Saturday and Sunday, Sangria University is held at the Coronado Springs Resort during the 90-minute class. You learn the history of the drink. You mix up your own custom sangria. You can make your own cocktails. You can do with secondary alcohol like bourbon or gin, swirl them together. Class includes a flight of 4 sangrias, red, white, rosé, and sparkling for everyone to enjoy. And at the end of Sangria, you'll get Sangria University. You get your recipe cards featuring a bunch of recipes from the 3 bridges.
Prices for this
are $70 to $80. Vary by date.
What is sangria? Is it wine?
Yeah.
But what kind of wine? Wine that hasn't fermented? No,
Spanish
wine. Well, I know that, but wine that hasn't
you're gonna
fermented.
have to go to Sangria University to figure that out.
I have to sign up for all these courses.
That's right.
Where are you? I'm at Disney University.
And Coronado Springs is actually easy to get to using Western Way.
Yes,
so you can go to 429, get off on Western Way, and
make a left.
Coronado Springs is the left.
Yeah,
so
it's right there.
If you're on your way out, there's a second entrance, but you make the left.
It's nice how we know all these backways down there. This we loved. We did this, didn't we?
No, we didn't do this.
Oh, no.
See Harambe Wildlife Reserve from a new perspective with Savor the Savannah. There, you just a new tour.
No, I've heard about this.
The Savor Savannah. It's $189 a person. Lasts about 2 hours. You go on a private safari vehicle. Just the tour guests. During the ride, you'll have an animal expert sharing all the fun facts, and then you'll be dropped off in an exclusive dining pavilion. Very nice, overlooking the savannah. Where you will indulge in a snack meal with cheese, meats, bread, hummus, curry chicken, and other savory options. Delicious. Desserts and wine. And then also the last one is you can go to Mexico. We're finally in a park on the last two. Taste tequila and mezcal from Mexico at Epcot. I would be into that. Everybody likes mezcal. Agave-based spirits have a long and storied history. Yes, they do. They're awesome. And at Epcot, you can learn all about it. The saga signing up for the La Cava experience. Agave spirits testing is led by a certified tequila ambassador. That's very exciting. And tequila has gotten better and better lately since the whole Cabo Wabo thing started and the 100% agave. It's become a premium spirit where it used to be a Saturday night wasted, right?
You really know your tequila.
It's $180 for an hour and a half class, so $1 a minute. And you'll have some snacks like guacamole and chips. Guacamole. And don't let that be the only thing you eat or drink before or after class. Since you're tasting so many tequilas, be sure to go to class with a full stomach.
That's a very
great
good tip.
Advice. Thank you, Food and Wine Magazine. That is a top tip.
Oh, can you send me this, please? Because I do want to post it to the Disney Trip Tips Facebook page.
Because you're going to put out a timeline.
I think that's really great about what they want. What they are offering for grown-ups.
It was my favorite find of the week. Okay. This one I found very interesting from our good friends at allears.net. Always visit their site if you can. They were talking about the most popular ride in Epcot yesterday. Can you guess?
Can I guess?
Yes. Popular ride by longest wait time.
So the most popular ride... It's not that Guardians, is it?
Well, Guardians doesn't have a wait time.
Right, Guardians that's right. Doesn't have a queue. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm talking away from the mic. That's not good of me. Mission Space.
How'd you guess that?
Oh, seriously, that was a guess because I'm thinking it must have been so hot.
Mission Space is the worst ride.
Yeah, but
why would it be? It was over an hour for 3 hours in a row.
Oh, Mission Space.
Yes, green and orange.
You're kidding!
No.
Wow.
And nobody can figure out why.
Because it was probably
every
hot.
NASA fan was there on the same day.
Oh, you know why? July 11th, 1969, moon landing.
Well,
that's probably why everybody wanted to go in there.
Yesterday was the 16th.
Oh, yesterday?
2 days ago was the 16th.
Oh,
We're recording this a day early.
No, today is the 17th.
I know. Yesterday was the 16th.
All right. So, I'm thinking, okay. Duh, again. But that was a good guess, wasn't it? That was a very good guess.
July.
But I don't know why. Maybe to get out of the hot sun, Florida sun.
Yeah, but isn't that what you use Spaceship Earth for?
Oh yeah, that is the truth. It's my favorite to go sit in and relax.
Right. And now that they have the Moana water
features,
there's plenty of cool spots to chill there.
Yeah. All right. So what is
which
this?
We did enjoy when we caught it.
I can't believe that.
Opening.
So Mission Space had 3 hour wait. You know what? Okay. What's the longest we ever waited with the kids?
Oh, it's recent, right? It's since we've been going back. I think we waited 60 minutes for Ratatouille or something.
Okay.
Right.
But it moved quickly.
Yes.
It did move very quickly. I'm sorry. Sometimes I see those times and I think to myself, please don't wait. And if you see little families, don't wait in line that long. Please. The kids are going to complain. You're going to get upset.
All Years does print the wait times from, past wait times. Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride was 50 minutes 2 days ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually kind of low for them. I mean, it's 65 minutes at 2 p.m., 50 minutes at 3 p.m. and then closed.
No. Where is
And
it?
then 45 minutes, and then
And then
45. That used to be forever. That used to be a 70 to 90 minute wait for that 1 minute and 80-second roller coaster ride, which always just annoyed me. Like, well, we never did it without a fast pass or a whatever you call it, lightning lane.
And I meant to say, I told you this when we were taking the train this last visit. I noticed another character inside a Big Thunder Mountain that I've never seen before. I mean, it's been there, but I just never noticed it. It was the little guy near the outhouse.
Oh, okay.
And I think he was either pouring what would have been in the outhouse or whatever he was doing. But I was like, oh my gosh, look, there's a character over there. I have never noticed that character before.
Yeah, just and then walking through it. Mission space at 9 a.m., 15 minutes. At 10 a.m., 70 minutes. At 11 a.m., 85 minutes.
Wow.
At 12 p.m., 85 minutes.
Isn't that crazy?
At 1 p.m., 50 minutes. And then it's back down to normal, 30 minutes. 30 minutes is what I always remember mission space being.
Right. Well, see, and maybe the other thing is, too.
We got a lot of closures, so.
And that's another thing. But then the other thing is also a lot of people, like you say, they got to get up early. They got to put their time in for that Guardians of Galaxy, and if you don't get it for that day, then you got to wait till the next day. Are you going to be able to see it this visit? I mean, I think that's what a lot of people did. They were just like looking for something else to do out of the hot Florida sun.
All right, and the last thing I got, this is from USA Today, is about accessibility in the parks.
Oh, it's just the article about the gentleman and
no, this is about this is a review of wheelchair accessibility in Disney World parks and hotels.
Okay.
Is this what you were reading?
No. There was a gentleman who was complaining at Disneyland, Japan, I believe. I can't remember.
Nope,
or Tokyo,
Disneyland, Japan.
Where he was asking for accommodation, and they weren't either understanding him or they could not accommodate him. So I don't know.
Time.
Okay, running out of time. Sorry,
you're not giving us any information.
I'm sorry. I'll find it out for you guys. Okay.
There you go. Next week's show.
Well, why don't we save this for next week then?
No.
Oh,
okay. Just blast through it.
Well, that doesn't help. That's not giving tips.
Well, no, because you're gonna have a link to it.
I will.
And it kind of goes as you would think. The airport has great accessibility. The theme parks have great accessibility. Not all the accessible rides will let you stay in your wheelchair, so you want to check this list out if that's a concern to you.
Mm-hmm.
Kilimanjaro safaris, you were able to stay in your wheelchair. That's about the only one in Animal Kingdom. Right. Everything else, they're accessible, but you have to get in the car ride.
Right.
Let's see.
At the hotels is good to know.
Yeah, at the hotels, there was a list of the attractions you could go to in Magic Kingdom, but I've lost it.
Well, to give you like an example, when we went on. Oh my gosh, what was it? The one, Guardians. We went on Guardians, and the vehicle.
Oh, I think you're thinking of Tron.
Oh, Tron. I'm sorry, Tron. You're right. Had a very special.
You could just roll right on there.
Right. It was really interesting to see. In fact, everyone was like in their position of the of the motorcycles, or I say whatever they're called, and the one car that was disability was still had those features, but you just rolled right in. The person just rolled their wheelchair right in. And I was like, oh, that's so nice.
And we
because
saw that on many of the Unimover. They have special cars.
The
whatever we call those things.
Tomorrowland Transit Authority?
No. I'm talking about like a Haunted Mansion or...
the seashells, the clam shells at Finding Nemo and Friends.
Nemo, right? I think that's called a Unimover or something like that. Yeah,
very accessible.
A Doom Buggy. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then I guess I do have one more thing real quick. Extended evening hours at participating hotels. That if you're going to go to extended evening hours because you're staying at the resorts, if you want to do extended evening hours on Tron or Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the virtual queue opens up at 6 p.m. So as we know, for the virtual queue, there's always a 7 a.m. and a 12 p.m. opening for the virtual queues. And now for extended hours, there's a 6 p.m. And I only have confirmation that this is at the Magic Kingdom.
Boy, you are just a wealth of it today.
I told you.
He did, Michael. This was Michael's big thing of being a part of it today. I wasn't feeling
I haven't
too
been
well.
here in a while.
Okay, everybody have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your week, and the replay is this evening, 7 p.m. Eastern on Sorcerer Radio. Thank you, one and all, for listening. Disney Trip Tips at SR Sound.